What was your role in Death Row? Because I know you kind of briefly talked about it. What was your role and what was your relationship with Suge?
My relationship with Suge was cool. Suge, he tested me. He tried me.
He seems to do that.
He had me in that office up there, pinned in the room, daring me to slap box with him because I had boxing experience. And I was like, nah. And the fact that he got up out his chair and with them two big-ass buntry, with his bodyguards there at the front door, you know, everything is intimidation.
Yeah, you knew what it was.
But I wasn't even concerned with them because I had already known what it was. Like you said, number one. Number two, I felt like he was just testing my energy.
Right.
And I stood to the energy. We didn't box. We, right. Air a little bit up there in that office in front of his desk, but we didn't box. And it's funny because he started telling me about shit about myself and about where I came from and what circumstances I was dealing with back in Detroit that I hadn't shared. But he was like, yeah, I can find out anything. He told me I was on probation, and I didn't tell nobody I was on probation. Nobody knew that. My manager knew it, but he didn't. I know he didn't tell nobody. He knew that I was. It's funny because of him finding that out. I was able to get off of probation because Death Row sent a letter. I told Dre and told Suge, and he told Suge, or vice versa. And they sent a letter that I'm working, and I got off of how I supervised probation.
Were you ever around for these classic things we always hear about Suge as far as roughing people up in the office, the Eazy-E incident, like when
I wasn't there.
Okay.
But I've seen people come out of an interior dwelling bloody.
A normal meeting at Death Row. You come out bruised up.
I have seen him intimidate people. I have been in the room. I have even felt it. Again, I was up in that room, and I was more intimidated by him in himself than security.
Yeah, he wasn't a small guy.
Nah.
He wasn't a small guy. I used to see Suge all the time because when they would come to clubs. So when they would come to clubs, there'd literally be 30 to 50 of them. And they would come straight to the front of the club and go right in. And everyone there, security, everyone, no one moved, no one said anything. But once they came in the club, it was complete chaos.
Man, oh my God. Nightclubs, restaurants, Century Club, Club Flex, Palladium.
Century Club was famous.
Monty's. I've been to some amazing parties. I've even walked in on some didn't really blow my mind situations, and I've walked in on some blew my mind situations. I've never seen anything that I couldn't handle or that I didn't. I saw one time I went to a party with Dre. We all left though. One time I went to a party with Dre, somebody who invited him, and it was some white dude, and it was somebody who had a lot of money. And we went to this party, and we went into the backyard. We went in through the back. He called himself bringing us in through the back. And as soon as we walked in, it was just kind of like a lot of naked women, but naked dudes too.
Eyes wide shut type of stuff.
Like, for me to say this is, I don't mean it to be racist, but if you're white enough, it's like, what the hell? But where I came from, Detroit, Black City, Detroit, that shit was fucking weird. Not entertaining.
Right. It's like
makes me feel away.
He's like, it might
Something
be time to go.
I used to be a homophobe. I'll put it like that. I was coming up as a teenager, early 20s. I would sock somebody for saying hello to me. How you look good? Bow. I was that guy. I'm not that. But we walked into a situation that was a little bit too uncomfortable. And I was glad that everybody that I was with looked at it the same way. So it's funny because there's a lot of people asking me these days, especially because there's so many rumors. There was even a rumor that somebody had a video of me doing cocaine at a naked party. It's not true. Didn't happen. Right. I wasn't at a naked party, and I don't do cocaine. But there were situations. I never was offered no devil shit as far as I was concerned. I've been offered some devil ass deals, but on some weird or alphabetic level. That's LBG. Right. I just don't know what they are. I was never really seeing anything strange. I mean, the normal threesomes and stuff like that. Okay, I've seen that. 2 homies and 5 females. I've seen that. Right. They want to call that an orgy. I've been a part of that. It's not. I mean, it's not. Whatever. But I never saw any of the stuff that's going on right now in the media with a lot of the entertainers and what's coming out.
Yeah,
I never saw.
So you wasn't at no Diddy party.
Never was at a Diddy party. I was at a Diddy college party on the East Coast before he became before he got with Andre Harrell. Before he got Bad Boy, I met a couple times and been to a couple of his parties.
Did you know Andre Harrell?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Were you around for the East Coast, West Coast?
I was.
Beef shit with Death Row?
No, I wasn't there. Not that part. No.
How did you end up signed to Death Row?
Well, here's the thing. On paper, I wasn't. But it's a lifestyle. Whether you're getting paid for it or not, if you are Death Row, you are Death Row. And you are and will be, and Snoop could probably tell you this, lucky to be able to lose that energy or that branding. Because when I left and I was putting everybody on a lawsuit. Y'all don't know this. And when I left, Suge blackballed me. Wow. And Suge told people, if you fuck with D Ruff, you're gonna have to answer to me. And I was like, when I was hearing that, I was like, I didn't hear it for a good year. And when I heard it, I was like, for real, is that what's going on? Because it's some of the same people that I've been dealing with, doing work with, sessions, having fun with. I can't even get in contact with no more. Me? Listen, I've been accused of being overly confident, even back then. But I maybe didn't know how to express that right or something, but it was still true. I did think and believe, and in my mind, in my perspective, I was dope. And I deserved to be heard, not because of who my father was.
Right.
So that's what the D Ruff thing was. And now that this gin and juice thing has got so much momentum, bro.
Have you ever thought about even trying to get your publishing, getting that on gin and juice?
First of all, gin and juice in that line has got to be one of the top 5 all-known rap lines or songs of all time.
Bro,
for sure.
VH1.
Top 5.
VH1 has it as the number 8 hip hop song of all time.
Wow.
But that lyric specific, rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin, like, gotta be top 5 lines in rap.
I mean, Drake used that line in one of his diss songs.
Drake, use your line? Call the fucking lawyers.
No, you're real with that. That might be the
That's
first.
better.
That might be the first gateway.
There you go.
Especially seeing he's gonna have to be doing a whole lot of bending over lately.
Damn.
I hope not. But anyway, I don't wish that on Drake at all. He sure did bite off too much, though. I swear
That last one, yeah. That didn't go well.
He bit off way too much. You're right, though. That, and I didn't know that. And thanks for putting that. Did you hear what he just said?
Because like the line is on the track is Family Matters, and he's just making fun of Kendrick. I know that you like to put gin on your juice.
Right. He did say that. Oh, God, I heard it myself. Now that you say that. Yeah, bro, the gin and juice thing, bro. I have been for easily 30 years. So at first I was hiding because I had a lawsuit on death row. I was kind of hiding a little bit.
Well, you felt like Suge and them were looking for you.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Definitely that is what he's saying.
Now he's behind bars.
To the point where it did happen that Suge literally called me on my phone while I called myself being on the low, under the radar and hiding out. He did call me and say, D-Ruff, you know I know where you are, right?
Ooh.
I said, oh, shit. I said, oh, shit. No, you don't. He said, yes, I do. I said, no, you don't. And he was like, you in the valley. And I was like,
And?
To his credit, you didn't go very far.
he what?
The valley seems like death row territory still. You didn't really get out of the neighborhood very far. If I was suing death row, my ass would be over there with Diddy.
See, look, you're right. I did not. But he then said the apartment building that I was in.
Ew.
He was like, you were at so-and-so and so-and-so. Off so-and-so. I was like,
Damn, was it the Summit?
I was like, okay, so yeah, you got me. You got me. And what? Well, damn, okay, cool. He was like, nothing. I just want you to know. I've been to where you was. If I wanted to get to you, I can. I was like, wow. Okay, cool.
That make you want to hide more, or you was like, no, I might as well just come out.
No,
now.
it made me be like, well, cool, because that's really the only thing I'm. Yeah. I ain't never. This is new shit to me. I'm from Detroit, man. Mm-hmm. I don't understand what y'all are talking about. Like when I first got here, y'all talking about what color you represent.
Right.
This color.
Green.
Green. I don't know when. I never chose sides. And being at death row, I could see on a number of occasions I was looked at like I should be choosing sides. Well, I didn't like red. I didn't rock red clothes. So, you know.
Did you have to be conscious of that though, going into the studio? You was like, fuck, I gotta take this off.
I did. I didn't, right? But I felt like I should. And for me, I was more like the Crips in the clique than I was like the Bloods in the clique, because the Crips in the clique, okay, like I'm down to scrap just like anybody else, but it seemed like the Crips wanted to have fun, and it seemed like the Bloods just wanted to punk everybody. That's how it seemed to me.
Crips being like Snoop's gang.
Not just him, but yeah, them too.
Was that constant tension in there or no?
I felt like it was
Like
always
Crips and Bloods, that's
I
always in the
felt
same. Like that's
attention.
wild.
But see, no, wasn't no Bloods around other than Ham or Buntry. You know, that's one of Suge's favorites. You know, security might have been Bloods. Dre didn't bring nobody around. He brought people from other sets and other not gangs, other sets or other cities even. So I never really saw any decisiveness in that, divisiveness in that. But at Death Row in itself, it was like, okay, majority of the people who were there that were creative were either just normal people or Crips. I didn't really experience too much bad energy other than, you know, faces.
Do you have any encounters with Ice Cube or anything like that back then?
Me, personally?
Yeah.
Outside of seeing him, you know, in the studio or on set or something, no.
Okay.
No, because I was on set of Friday, Friday after next too, so no. I mean, I met him a couple times. I never really introduced myself as what people would recognize me as. It's either DRJ or D-Ruff, or David. And I want to do that. I've always wanted to do that so that what I'm bringing to the table is shown first, as opposed to what your expectation is going to be of what my name says I might be bringing to the table, if that makes sense.
One of the interesting relationships I thought, and I don't know if you've seen it or maybe you just
Where the
seen him
shots at,
around.
man? What the fuck? Y'all ain't got no shots, no nothing? Kool-Aid? You got some apple juice around this bitch? I'm just joking.
We need to get a sponsorship.
I can run down the street and we can get some shots if you want. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Now, was MC Hammer hanging around Death Row? Because I thought MC Hammer and like Tupac were making music or something. Like MC Hammer had a lot to do with All Eyes on Me.
That was after me.
After you, okay. You weren't around for...
That was after me. I was around, but I wasn't in the camps.